by 101 Dalmatians, is that right?
Not quite 101 Dalmatians, but probably 101 dogs of all different types, Steve. Yes, this morning up here at the RSPCA Kennels in Wethersfield. And yeah, I went to the dogs a long, long time ago, Dave. It had to be said, didn't it? And yeah, we're meeting, well, as you mentioned, there's dozens of dogs here at the moment, all waiting to be rehoused in the particular part of the kennels that I'm in at the moment. There's an assessment block opposite, and between the two of them actually as well, it's perhaps worth noting that it's also a place where cats can come as well for rehousing, and there's a number of them here today as well. But the aim here is, of course, to find new homes for as many of these dogs as possible, and that can be difficult because people sometimes are worried about taking a dog from a home. But we've got one volunteer who's with me now, Joan Perry, who's got a very unusual way, but a very, very effective way of interesting people, getting them interested in dogs, and finally getting them rehomed. So good morning, first of all, Joan.
Good morning.
We're standing here, you're about to meet two dogs for today. So what is your method then of helping the RSPCA Kennels here find homes for the dogs?
Well, taking a dog into Braintree with an Adopt Me jacket on creates a great deal of interest for the people. You tend to think everybody knows about the Dan home, but they don't. And there are lots of new people in the town, and they come over and have a look. And taking a dog around, and it's nice for the dog to have a bit of attention for himself rather than just sitting looking out at the world from a cage. But
So you come up here a couple of times a week, you put a little coat on the dog,
right,
and then
yes,
march it around Braintree Town Centre. What does the coat look like, and what does it say on it?
It's a yellow coat with "Please Adopt Me" on it, with the phone number and about Dan Rescue Home. And you know, people sort of stop and look and ask questions about the place, and we've got leaflets which we give them, and they can come over and have a look, see for themselves. You know, the place is open every day except Wednesdays, and you know, it's lovely for the dog to go out and get a bit of attention just for himself, you know.
Indeed. And how successful have you been then?
Well, up to the moment, I've been doing this 3 years now. Up to the moment, I've taken 101 different dogs out, and 96 of those have been adopted.
Right, goodness, that's a really good hit rate then. And what dogs do you find then are the hardest people are a little bit worried about?
Well, mainly the Staffordshire Bull Terriers, which is why I usually take them, because they've got this bad name and people don't trust them. You know, you hear dreadful stories about them, but all the ones I've taken out, they've been, and all the people I talk to who've got them or had them say the same thing. They can be lovely, friendly dogs. They're beautiful with children, you know, they love children, and they're very loyal.
Goodness, yes. Well, I know you're going to meet the dogs that you're going to be perhaps taking today, so shall we wander outside? I know that Deborah Satchell, the Deputy Manager here at the RSPCA, has selected the dogs that you're going to take out today. You and your daughter, it has to be said. You normally just take one dog, don't you?
Yes.
And what's the reaction then from other people in the town?
Well, most people stop and, you know, look and say, "Now, who is this?" and tell me all about it, sort of thing. Most people like dogs, you know. They stop and talk to you and ask about the place, which is nice.
Fabulous. Well, here comes Deborah, and she's got your first dog of the day then. Who is this, Deborah?
This is Jake. He's about 2.5. He's got his little friend with him, Tinkerbell, and they quite like playing together. So they're going to go off into Braintree today with Joan, and she's
and are they both staffies, a brown one and a black and white staffy?
Yes, yeah. Tinkerbell is black and white, and Jake's the brown one.
Fantastic. So, Joan, you must have walked miles around Braintree.
Must have done, yes. Yes, for 3 years and 2 days a week. It's probably mounted up.
Yes, indeed. So, you're hopeful then that you'll be able to find a home for perhaps so, Tinkerbell or this one?
Yes, it creates an interest that people perhaps don't know about. And if we can get more people interested in coming over to see them, I'm sure more of them would find a home.
Well, they look very content. I'll let you get to familiarise yourself with the two dogs and meet them, and I'll speak to Deborah here. So, Deborah, we were just chatting there that it seems very busy. How many animals then do you have here at the moment?
Yes, well, we're fairly full up. We can have sort of anything from sort of 65 to 75 dogs at any one time. Cats anywhere between 35 and 40, and as many small animals as we can fit in the smalls barn. So it's usually a one in, one out kind of basis.
So then with that in mind, how helpful and useful is the work that Joan does?
Oh, it's absolutely essential to the running of the centre to have people like Joan who come in and help us, and not only to get dogs out for walking and exercise, but extra stimulation and create some interest out in the towns. It's something that they're not perhaps quite used to. Sorry, there's some little play underneath me there. But it's absolutely essential to centre life and the welfare of the dogs, really.
Yes, you're looking forward as well, I understand, to a very busy summer here then?
Yes, yeah, we have our open day this Sunday at Blackmore End Playing Fields. It's usually a pretty good day, lots of arena events. We get lots of our dogs up there and around to meet people and show you who's available for homing. It's just a good fundraiser for us, really. Yeah, a great day out.
And are you looking for other volunteers like Joan who are perhaps interested in taking a dog and walking them through the town?
Yeah, absolutely, always. Volunteers are such an essential part of centre life, really, and they help us out where we always can't be there all the time, so that any more help is greatly appreciated.
And was the little adopt a dog coat then one of your ideas? Because I know that you've come up with quite a few different ways of sort of moving the kennels on since you've become deputy manager.
Yes, I mean, it wasn't one of my ideas. I have to give credit to other people for that, but it certainly does create the interest. They're luminescent and they're bright yellow, so they tend to attract people from far and wide, and they've got our contact details on there, and you can always ask Joan. She knows more about the dogs. So
absolutely. Well, Joan, just finally then, you've met Tinkerbell, and what do you think? Do you think she's going to be a popular dog today in the town centre?
I'm sure they will. Yes, I'm sure they will. People will love them. They're both sweet, aren't they?
Yes, they are very, very sweet. And I suppose it's probably worth saying as well that if someone does show an interest in the town centre, you don't just hand over the dog there and then.
Oh, no. They have to come over and make themselves known and take the dog out, to see how it gets on with them. And some people come up to me and think they can just take the dog away, but it doesn't work quite like that.
It's a bit stricter than that.
Oh, yes, you have to be very careful, that they have to go to the suitable home, check up where they're going, what sort of home.
Yes, indeed, that's important, because many of these dogs have come from troubled homes already. The worst thing you want to do is send them back to one.
Well, we had one dog some time ago, an American bulldog. Now, they're big dogs, American bulldogs, and he was kept in a 5th floor flat. And he fell off the balcony, obviously not to the ground, or we would have been dead. But to keep a dog like that in a 5th floor flat is just not on, is it?
Absolutely. Well, Joan, I know it's not your age, but happy 101st birthday.
Thank you.
I'll not disclose your age.
Well, I don't mind. I'm 83. So.
Wow, crikey. Well, congratulations. You don't look 83 as well. And, the work that you do is wonderful.
Sure, it keeps me fit, keeping walking around.
Well, you clearly enjoy it.
Yeah, oh yes. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, there you have it, dear. So the kennels here are looking for more volunteers. Joan will continue to do her work here on Wednesdays and Saturdays, walking around. I reckon she's racked up hundreds of miles around Braintree Town Centre.
Yeah, wonderful. And you'll probably come back with a dog. Yeah, that would be good. You could have, it would be Thomas and the dog going round the county. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that be funny? A BBC Essex dog.
Yeah, it'd be like Blue Peter.
Yeah, exactly.
How
fantastic. Then the garden.
Yeah, we better talk about the garden. Yeah, Thomas McGill, thank you very much indeed at the RSPCA Danaher Centre in Wethersfield. Very, very famous centre as we're hearing there.